the Refuge LARP Salt Lake City chapter's Meet the Players vodcast channel. And I'm your host, Liz Christensen, and I am so excited today to introduce you to my friend, Elliot Faolin Gill.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elliot. I use he, they pronouns. You can call me Elliot or Faolin. Either one is fine. And I've been LARPing for over 10 years.
I had no idea it was that long. I mean, obviously you can like LARP prior to coming to our game. And I guess that makes a lot of sense because I remember meeting you at the first game I met you at and thinking like, this person knows what they're doing.
Yeah, Alliance, back when Refuge was Alliance, that is really similar to what I started with, which was Nero. So I really felt like I could just hop right in and really get into character my first game. It was a lot of fun.
What brought you to playing with us here in Salt Lake City?
Well, I used to live in the Midwest, and so I would do a lot of LARPing out there. And then I moved out to Boise, and I'd been living in Boise for a while and just didn't really have a LARP group to go to, and I really missed it. And then we found out there was LARP in Salt Lake City, and I was like, I have to go. And I don't regret it at all. It was a really good choice for me.
It was a good choice for us too, to be honest. Let's talk about your primary character, Riven. Who is Riven?
So Riven is what I like to call is a world jumper character. I have played him in several different LARPs, several different tabletop style games, and he's always the same character. So he remembers the other worlds he's been to, and he has this issue where every time he goes to a world, it dies, and he's desperately trying to save the worlds. 3 of the different LARPs that I went to are now closed and had world-ending plots. And so it's kind of interesting to see how that develops for him as a character. But yeah, he's a world jumper character. He's very anxious about time travel. He's a chronomancer and knows all the wrong ways to do things and tries to prevent them from happening.
So I have to ask, did you know you were creating a character who would be participating in world-ending plots so that was going to be important, or did that just evolve over time?
Kind of a bit of both. Riven, I developed personally out of trauma because I started learning a lot about climate change, and it was really impactful for my health. I was severely depressed about it, and I ended up writing out Riven as a way to kind of get out a healthy amount of that stress in a way that was not, it was productive and it was healthy for me. So Riven is my kind of 11th hour constant character. So I kind of intended that to be a thing. And at the same time, things just kept happening to kind of solidify that. So yeah, it was a bit of both.
That sounds really fortuitous and also kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Rivens Species and your kit.
Yeah, so Riven has changed species so many times, it's ridiculous. But just recently, he became a Syladrin. These horns are probably one of my favorite things ever. They come off.
Oh.
They actually have a magnetic piece that they attach to a headband that's under my wig.
Can you kind of like
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the headband. It's a Cosband headband, and it's got little magnets on the inside of it. And then the horns have magnets at the bottom. So you just stick them on. There they go.
You crafted that, right? That's not something that people can just...
Right. A friend of mine actually 3D printed these. I bought the pattern and I had him 3D print these. And then I used green stuff to seal up the edges, sanded it down, and painted it. And then I add the magnets at the bottom.
That is really cool.
Yeah, you can get the Cosband, the headband, at, I think it's cosgear.com.
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got these bracers and his armor, which, let's see if I can stand up a bit so you can see. I've got some leather armor. And these are just pieces that I purchased at various sites. I actually made this coat. It's like a sleeveless hooded coat. The hood is very large. Very large. Let's see if we can get it up here. As you can see, it's like getting lost in itself. So like the hood is very big. It actually like just envelops my whole head if I wanted to. And I've got like a simple tunic Riven, I forgot to put them up, but Riven usually has like golden jewelry that he wears. Gold is really a primary color for him. His glasses are gold. When I go to the masquerade, usually his mask is gold. So yeah, a lot of the kit is just kind of thrown together, but it developed over time. I started out with a really basic, just white shirt and black pants, and pretty much nothing else. But over time, just more and more pieces got added on. This scarf I got as a magic item in game. So I try to, whenever I get a piece that's in game, I try to incorporate it into his kit.
Without revealing anything you don't want us to know about Rivens Build, what is Riven good at doing and what does Riven like to do besides chronomancy?
Riven is good at magic, and specifically celestial magic, and he has always been very prominent into that form of magic. Every single game I play him in, that's what he does. And at first I was like, I thought about adding a little bit of roguish stuff in there, and I realized, you know what, I'm gonna just go straight magic this time. So I'm working towards getting him a full column, and we're gonna go into high magic for the first time, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, he's all about the magic.
What would you say Riven is chasing in life? When if there are ever moments where it's not an emergency world ending situation, like what does Riven proactively do?
So if he ever gets into a situation where he's like, the world's not going to end, I can relax. I feel like he would really enjoy just taking care of a library. He's very fond of books. He used to, or he has a library somewhere in a tower somewhere that he's not sure where it is right now, but it's really his passion to take care of books. It's something I plan to incorporate into his build with like a trade librarian. But that's what he would do if the world wasn't ending. He'd be taking care of books.
How are you and Riven similar and how are you different?
We both have massive amounts of anxiety. um, I'd say one of the ways that I'm different from Riven is that Riven is very strict and very tense about everything he does. He's very much, things have to be this way. And if we don't do it this way, bad things are going to happen. Whereas I'm very flexible and I love doing things differently. And I'm a very hopeful person. Riven is not. He's trying, but he's slowly learning. Rowan is helping a bit with that.
What is your piece of advice for players in either enjoying the game or creating their first character?
I would say one of the things that really helped me in my first games that I started playing was to really learn about other characters around you and find out what their similarities are to you, find something in common with them. I've got my alt Remy, who I've been role playing on Discord, and he immediately just hit it off with one of the other Stellarians, and we've just been hanging out pretty much constantly. But that's like a great way to make friends. It's a great way to get other people involved with your character, and it's a great way to develop how your character works by just having those role play moments with other people.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Elliot, for talking to us and letting us meet you as a player and kind of get an introduction to Riven as well.
Absolutely. It was great. It was a good time.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share all the things you know what you're supposed to do so you can keep seeing these videos and we can share all the fun of our game with other people. Have a great day.